Nobody's going to tell you this, so pay close attention. You are not stuck because you lack motivation. You are stuck because everything around you was quietly designed to keep you exactly where you are. You already know what your mornings look like. The alarm goes off, you feel a flicker of something real. You tell yourself today is different, and somewhere between 11 a.m. and lunch, the weight comes back, the scroll starts, and by evening, you are sitting with the same guilt you carried yesterday. The problem is not that you keep failing. The problem is that the system you are operating inside was never built to help you win. There are 3 specific layers silently keeping your life frozen. And by the end of this video, you will see all 3 clearly and know exactly which one to break first. Your brain is not malfunctioning. It is doing precisely what evolution built it to do. Conserve energy and chase the fastest available reward. And in 2026, that reward is always the feed, always the scroll, always the content that delivers a hit in under 4 seconds. Which means, every time you sit down to work on something that matters, your biology is already voting against you. Willpower was never going to beat that equation, which is exactly why people who appear disciplined are not fighting their environment harder than you. They rebuilt it, so the fight never has to happen. The first layer is the belief running silently beneath every decision you make. Somewhere between your earliest failure and right now, you absorbed the idea that consistency is not something you naturally possess. And that belief does not sit quietly. It shows up at 9 p.m. when you consider doing the work instead of watching another episode. It shows up Monday morning as resistance before you even open a tab. That the resistance itself is proof you were right. Changing behavior without addressing that belief is like painting over rust. It holds for a week before the original pattern bleeds back through. The second layer is the space you operate in, and most people never redesign it because they assume willpower should be sufficient to override distraction. But people with consistent behavior are simply those who made the wrong choice require more friction than the right one. Your phone on your desk is not a neutral object. It is a slot machine positioned at eye level, and no motivational content changes that arithmetic until the device is physically somewhere else. The third layer is the one that stings most. You have goals, you have intentions, you have quotes saved to your camera roll, but you do not have a repeatable daily behavior that executes regardless of how you feel. And without it, the entire structure collapses each time motivation fades, which it always does because motivation is an emotion, and emotions are not designed to be permanent. The distance between where you are and where you want to be is not closed by wanting it harder. It shrinks through a daily action small enough to survive the worst version of your day. Fixing all 3 does not require overhauling your life this weekend. It requires one targeted move per layer, applied in sequence, beginning with identity, because installing a new system into an unchanged self-image is the fastest way to guarantee the system gets abandoned. Give yourself one piece of undeniable proof per day. Not a transformation, not a streak, just one action the previous version of you would have skipped, and watch how the brain quietly rewrites what it believes about you through accumulated evidence, not through a single moment of inspiration. Then remove one source of friction from the right behavior and add one source of friction to the wrong one. Move the book to where the phone was. Position the shoes where you cannot step around them. Delete the application that costs 30 minutes and returns nothing. Each adjustment shifts your default without requiring a single act of willpower. Finally, replace the goal with a behavior precise enough that you know in under 2 seconds whether you did it. Not exercise more, but a specific action attached to something that already happens every morning, because habits anchored to existing triggers outlast motivation on every bad day, every tired day, every day when the old version of you would have quit.
The version of you that has everything together did not wake up with more drive. They started building a smaller, more honest system earlier, and let time do what motivation never could. Save this, send it to one person who needs to hear it, and come back when you are ready. The next video breaks down the exact daily system built for people who are starting from zero consistency, because compound effort always outlasts burst motivation.